Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Beasley Eon, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the series finale of The Boys. So this starts off right where the last one ended, which is basically them burying, the boys burying Butcher. And what they've decided is I'm not Butcher, oh my goodness, Frenchie, I apologize. So they bury Frenchie, and we see both Sister Sage and Butcher notice Kimiko having some power radiating out of her, which is showing that they are thinking that the power is working. So what they do is they try to get her all riled up, just the three of them, angry enough to the point where she shoots up energy blast at Sister Sage, causing her to no longer be smart. So now they've lost their most intelligent member of the group, I guess you could say. And they're then going to figure out what they're going to do. So the idea is now Kimiko can do this, and now they're going to have to try to figure out how they're going to execute this plan. So the boys decide that they're going to go through the presidential love tunnel. And I still love that they say that. And that's going to be how they get in. So during this, we also have the Homelander group, which is basically just Homelander getting used to all these rich people trying to basically figure out what the world's going to look like. And weirdly enough, they're being, well, I shouldn't say weirdly enough, it's not that surprising that they're being racist, how they want a group of people to succeed over others. What's weird for me is Homelander doesn't care about that. He just wants to be looked at as a god. So he decides to fly the guy into space and be gone with it. He then flies back down and basically states that we need to be ready for me coming and expressing myself as God to everyone. So during all of this, Homelander starts his speech on Easter to basically state that he is going to be God, and all of the psychics across are trying to listen to the minds of the people, and their task is they're to kill everyone at the end who is not loyal to Homelander. So Homelander does his speech. While his speech is going on, the boys break into the White House. Now, Sister Sage is gone at this point. She has decided that she is too stupid, and she'd rather spend her last moments of life going to the Hogwarts Wizarding World and enjoying herself. So that's where she goes, while the rest of the group goes down there. So they're now dealing with what's called a soup trank, basically. So they use sound waves to basically nullify supes. So then, while that's going on, now Mother's Milk and Huey are trying to dodge gunfire during all of this. They're hearing upstairs. They're hearing that the fact that they've broken into the White House. Ashley, the now president, decides that she's going to do a good thing, run down there, open the door, and get them running. They ask her for help, and she's like, "Oh heck no! Like he's gonna kill me. I'm gonna go figure out a way to survive myself, and you guys deal with what you need to deal with." So she leaves. Then the Deep is the first one to come. Starlight takes off with him, and they fight. During that exchange, we have Starlight basically just stating to the Deep that she's kind of just over the stupidity of all this at this point, that she's lived through so much stuff that what he did to her is really nothing at this point. It's kind of how she's expressing it. However, her big thing is trying to get him to realize that Homelander is the bad guy, and he just won't do it. So it turns into a huge fist fight on the beach, and I thought it was weird at first that they were fighting at the beach, but I think it was more the fact of having him just run away and like giving him the chance to just jump in the water and go and not have to worry about anything. I think was the big plan there. However, she blasts him into the water, and then all of the sea creatures kill him. Painfully, it looks like. And that ends. So she goes to fly back. So the next one is Butcher and Kimiko are trying to find the Oval Office. While this is going on, our father comes and starts trying to soundwave everyone. Huey shoots a device that causes a massive smoke grenade. He tries to make it sound like he's Butcher and has All Father go after him and Mother's Milk, while the other two go after the main prize, which is Homelander. So during the fight between Allfather and Mother's Milk and Huey, it's a huge fight to nothing, to the point where they finally are basically pinned down. They grab a ball gag that was designed specifically for Allfather, put Mother's Milk while Huey distracts him, puts it around Allfather's mouth right before a big sonic blast, causes his head to explode. And the two of them try to figure out what they're going to do next. So then there's the big fight in the Oval Office, and right before Butcher comes in, Homelander basically decides that he's not going to be the loving god that they all think he should be, but decides to be a vengeful one and basically states, "You're all going to bow to me. You're going to do exactly what I tell you to do because none of you are a believer of me. And frankly, you're all useless and worthless." So Butcher comes in, and Homelander has a sadistic smile on his face, and that's when Kimiko and Butcher fight Homelander. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it's looking weirdly enough pretty even, I would say. Obviously, Homelander's got the advantage, but it's 2 against 1, so they are able to do some damage to him. She's trying to get herself all charged up, ready to go. However, she's not able to do so. Ryan flies in to try to help the group and hold Homelander down. So she then has a vision of Frenchie, basically stating that you don't have to get all angry about it, you just have to do it. And so that helps her out. Many people are complaining that it's the power of love that ruined the episode, which it's not. She then controls this new power, shoots it out, and depowers Homelander, Butcher, and Ryan. Now everyone on camera is watching. Homelander tries to fly away. He's incapable of doing it because now he's depowered. Butcher is super excited for the idea of being able to finally beat Homelander. Homelander breaks down because, let's be honest, his psyche has not been great prior to this. So him having no powers makes him extremely complacent. Basically begging for his life. He'll do anything for it. He says a lot of things while he's bleeding, begging not to die. Butcher slams the crowbar into Homelander's head, pops his skull open, and watches all his brains come out. Butcher then realizes everyone's watching, gives him a big old wave, and the whole world is saved away from Homelander. When they come back, Ryan doesn't want anything to do with Butcher. Butcher's depressed. He goes to see Terra, who is his only lifeline left, realizes he's passed as well, and just decides that he's going to commit massive genocide with the virus. So he goes to Vought Tower. Huey's the only one that notices and goes after him. So Butcher is standing in the Seven's headquarters, main base, basically the outlook of Vought Tower. And so they're all talking. Huey and him are talking, basically like, we can't do this. We can't allow it. Like, don't do this, Butcher. And Butcher's like, I'll do whatever I want. The two of them begin to fist fight. Obviously, Huey's getting his butt kicked. However, he's about ready to release the virus when he hesitates just for a moment because he sees Lenny and Huey, and Huey shoots Butcher and kills him. So we flash forward a little bit. Butcher is now buried next to his wife, and Ryan and Mother's Milk are apparently together. Not in that way, but they kind of like group together as a mini family, where Mother's Milk remarried his wife and is now going to be a father to his daughter again, and it looks like to Ryan as well. We have Kimiko in France with a dog, and eating French cuisine that she knew Frenchie would make for her. We then had Ashley being impeached from the presidency, and now has Stryker as the new president. We then had Huey and Starlight together, where he opens up his own communication store, and the fact that he and Starlight are going to be parents, and she is still stopping crime. Stan Edgar is running Vought again, and it ends with just everything kind of being closed out for the boys, it looks like. Huey gets invited to run a new organization for the government, hunting down rogue supes, and he refuses and decides he's going to work in the private sector and stay away from politics. And that's how it ends. I mean, I have to say, I don't, excuse me, I know some people didn't like this. It was definitely not the worst series finale at all. It was not the best. It's a couple of things were definitely heavily sped up. However, I think they tied everything with a nice little bow where everyone had their closure. Even if it was a little bit sped up, everyone had a closure. And I think that kind of worked in general because of that. And let me know what you guys thought about this series and episode in the comments down below. Did you like it? Did you not? And why? And as always, if you like the content you see, please make sure to like and subscribe down below. Other than that, this is going to be Beastly Eel signing out. Have a wonderful night. Bye bye.